Friday night. And I know why you're here. You are here because this is the place to be for FOC. And what is FOC, you might ask? Well, that's Final Order Cutoff for the comic book realm. And I want to thank you all for joining us here this evening. This is the ULTRAMAXIMUS. You are watching the secret variant, the finest Final Order Cutoff show on all of the YouTubes. Also streaming over on Rumble and possibly on a Facebook near you too. So make sure you, do all the good stuff. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification bell for notifications. And don't forget to leave a comment after the show is over for the, algorithm breaking. Shout out to Raider Bear, who is the true MVP of commenting. Appreciate you. And of course, for the rest of y'all, I'm not here charging for memberships. I should, but I'm not doing that. And I'm also not repackaging other people's materials and charging a membership for it. So just like the video. That's all I ask. So for all of you subscribers, for 1,100 plus of you, all knocking on 1,200's door, I really appreciate that. And, this is what you ultra wait for. You ultra wait for ultra great. And I don't give a crap if you are some goon from Arizona who's friends with other people who do podcasts on other channels. You can show up in their live chat all you want and try to knock my box. I don't do comic books full time. I'll give it away when I'm good and ready. Ever notice that other people want to tell you when to give away your giveaways? It's funny. I'm just a one-man channel. I'm not a freaking crew of people watching other people's content to steal. And anyway, don't forget to, again, like I said, tune in to the secret variant over there on Rumble. And the Raw Report's going to be lit. The next one you guys see, man. Subscribe to, of course, our good friends dropping good content and all the other good places. And, of course, don't forget to check out the Drunken Chat crew later tonight. I should be there. Follows are always appreciated, whether it be on Facebook, on IG, or on Twitter. And you can find the links to all of those on the homepage. And, of course, don't forget to follow me over there on Collection Curations. And, of course, if you would like to purchase some of my said wares, that's where you're going to purchase it from. Don't forget to follow On the Radar Collectibles. This is where you guys think I'm all about comic books. No, like I said, comic books is just a part-time thing that a hobby. I don't do this for a job. I know a lot of people who are out here doing this kind of stuff for work. I do this podcast to help my comic book collecting. And then I decided to help other people doing it. So really, the most selfless man in comics. Super Chat isn't active. You can, of course, direct support me at Cash App, ULTRAMAXIMUS, but don't worry about that. WannaComics.com, of course, keeping your comic collection stacked with some of the best goods, in my opinion. Drew's taken good care of me over the years. Highly recommended. And, of course, Comic Barricade help keep your comic books upright in your comic boxes. Don't forget to use that code ULTRA. Get you 10% off your order. And you are listening to the sounds of White Bat Audio. Make sure you do subscribe to White Bat Audio here on YouTube. And, of course, thank you, Carl Casey at White Bat Audio, whitebataudio.com. Don't forget to follow him on Spotify, too. Everywhere. Especially if you're into the synth thing. If you're not, well, maybe this logo's more to your liking. That's done by the Mr. Hurd S. Eric, a.k.a. Eric S. Hurd, cover artist, variant cover artist, artist extraordinaire. Thank you for your fine logo work here, Mr. Hurd. And a shout out to all of y'all. This is the secret variant. What is the secret variant, you might ask? Well, that's where this guy, the big brain, hi everybody, comes in and shows you again, top to bottom, what is on the Final Order Cutoff list. And what Final Order Cutoff is, the list of books that your comic shop has to order by this weekend in order to, try to cement your order. Now, allocations may occur. You ever heard of that? Allocations meaning even if you get your order in on Final Order Cutoff, you're not guaranteed to get the book. But this does increase your chances. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to try to help you guys increase your chances of getting these books. And that's exactly what the show does. The secret variant has been that way from top to bottom since day one. I have almost 300 videos on my channel now. It's like 290 something. I would guess like at least 200 of them are secret variant episodes. But nonetheless, thank you guys. And of course, we are going to go through things, like I said, top to bottom. So it means we're going to be looking at some things that are going to be spoilerific. So I may show you some books that will be the next issue to a book that may have just come out Wednesday, and it's only Friday. You haven't even hit the comic shop yet for the weekend, so I may be spoiling you, but you have to get these orders in. So when you go to the weekend to pick up your books, you also put down your orders, and this way you try to minimize that secondary market expense. Look, let's just be honest. There's a bunch of people who think they're running a racket for a secondary market gain here, and you'll see these people, telling you to buy their bad spec on the dip. And not only that, you also see them, pre-selling some of these books that they're going to FOC. I don't do none of that. Okay? So this is where you're going to get the honest opinion from the ULTRAMAXIMUS, the guy who's just trying to make your collection as good as his. And we can all get it together and keep your wallet fatter. So let's get this on. Because you all know what it is. Time to rock. So our first publisher is actually going to be Ahoy Comics this evening, and this is on the Lunar Network. And because it is on the Lunar Network, you're going to be getting Second Coming Trinity number 3 of 6 with a cover A. And then you're going to get this 3-copy Shannon Wheeler unlockable variant. Yeah. Up next is Archie. And Archie is going to give you Archie and Friends Hot Summer One-Shot. And featuring Riverdale Jones, which is, of course, Jughead. It's got to be Jughead, because, he's taking some of these burgers. So, and then, of course, we've got the Jughead Superhero Special. This is Archie Milestones Jumbo Comics Digest. So, number 20. So there it is. That's your Archie. Up next is Asylum Press, and they are giving us the Fearless Dawn, the Bomb. And look at the very bottom. That is the Steve Magnon signed edition. Because look, on the cover A, it goes away. And then here is your cover B. It's also a Magnon variant. But, yeah. Cover C is a sketch variant, which they didn't really have a sketch on it. It was just blank. And then here is the cover D, which is the Magnon Virgin variant. Up next is the Artist, Writers, and Artisans dropping The Sins of the Salton Sea. Now, what's funny about this is that this book, of course, is going to be on both Lunar Network and on your Previews Network. So you can try to secure yourself this cover B by Mike Diodato Jr. or this cover C, which is the P. Smith Maj variant. But wait. But wait. There's also this 1 in 15 Mike Diodato Black and White variant. And that's going to wrap it up for the AWA. Oh, I forgot to update the date. Black Mask Studios giving you a bunch of books on FOC this weekend. So there is a mixture, though, because, these books did not show under the Lunar Network, but they showed under the Previews Network. So Penguin Random House Previews. Destiny New York Mystic Mafia number 2 cover A by Leslie Lee. And then this is the cover B by Cardellini. Hey, Funhouse, they're taking notes, my man. I don't know where everybody is in the live chat, but thank you for joining. But Destiny New York Mystic Mafia number 2 with a cover B by Cardellini, like I said. Here is your cover C, Leslie Lee, the Gallery Edition, basically a virgin. And then here's your 10-copy incentive. There's a 50-copy incentive for you. So lots of incentives on the Destiny New York. Gangster Ass Barista number 3 cover A. Gangster Ass Barista number 3 cover B with Hughes Cram foil. So foil variant going on for that one. And then there's going to be a spot color of the same one. So you got a ton of choices to go through there. Now, God Color, for those I love, I will sacrifice number 3 is going to give you a cover A, a cover B, and then a cover C, but they didn't show the cover B or C. And then Kate's Will, number 5, with a cover A. They didn't show. But Leaded Gasoline, number 1, cover A, Lorenzo Ray. And they didn't show a cover B. I looked for it, so there's probably an incentive for that one. Check with your LCS, or that one's going to come back on FOC. Broadsword Comics has given us, of course, the Tarot Witch of the Black Rose, number 140. There's your A cover. Here is the cover B cosplay. And then this is the Deluxe Tarot Edition. But this is your 10 copy incentive. Lots of witchiness. Fair Square Comics has given us the Sunshine Patriots number 1. Here's your cover A. Howard Shakin. Cover B by Dan Panosian. That looks awesome. Cover C by, is that Dave Johnson? That's Dave Johnson. Good looking books. Independent publisher. Kind of like this one, but not. Oh man, you know, Frank Miller's getting it rough from the modern comic audience compared to what he used to do back in the day. I mean, look, Frank Miller is giving you Ronin book 2 here, and Philip Tan's doing the artwork, so right. The Frank Miller variant for cover B, yeah, you know. His Loki variant was not well received from FOC last week. Let's just say. Yeah, here's your one in 100. That one's gonna be $20. Oh, the other 1 in 100, that one's gonna be $130. Why is that? Oh, because we gotta make up for the other one that's still over $20. Harsh. Legends Publishing is also on the Lunar Distribution Network, so get your orders in by Sunday. I'm assuming that this one's not done as far as colors. It's going to get colorized, but Carnal Confessions, number 3. This is your cover A. This is the Alan Qua variant. Is she like digitized like Rye? And that's R-A-I, not R-Y-E for you following. And then there's a 10 copy incentive, which is the same thing as the other one, only instead of digitized, she's coming out of gold. And then there's a 25 copy Ron Leary Virgin variant cover. That's fire or gold? You've Been Canceled, number 1, cover A. Okay. And then here's your cover B, Martin Simmons. Looking like a cable with an eye patch. Oni Press giving us the Lamentation number 2, cover A. Yannick Paquette. Lamentation number 2, cover B, John Bivens variant. Lamentation number 2, cover C. And that's a 10 copy incentive of the A cover by Yannick Paquette, black and white. Wrapping it up for Oni. Rebellion is giving us the Battle Action Diamond UK exclusive variant. Okay. So, being this is a previous exclusive and it's through UK, is it available in the US? And if it is available in the US, is it worth getting for us? Unless you're, you know, if this is tied into the 2000 AD stuff like Dread, gonna be some people want it probably, but cannot confirm. Cannot confirm. Independent source. Scout Comics, of course, having a big Lunar distribution order, but they also are on the previous network, so depending on who your store orders from, check with them. The By the Horns Dark Earth number 10 of the 12-issue series. So this is weird, right? So Comics and Coffee City Roast Sampler with Shepherd number 1 limited edition variant. So you're buying a $10 variant cover that comes with a bag of coffee. Or you can just buy the bag of coffee, 12 ounce. I think it's weird because, like, do you get the, if you buy the variant, do you get the coffee at a discount? Or do you have to pay more for the coffee by itself? Are these coffees going to be collectible? Hey, Scout, I drink a lot of coffee. Why don't you send it to me? Miracle Kingdom. Oh, I'm sorry. Miracle Kingdom, number 2 of 5. And then we've got Snow White Zombie Apocalypse, number 4 of the 6-issue miniseries. Talon, but spelled funny. Seed of Darkness, number 1, cover A. Banished Shadow, non-stop. I don't know what all that is. So I guess Banished Shadow is the artist. And then here's the cover B, the Abigail Larson variant. Okay. Trance Volume 1. This is a trade paperback. And then here is the homage cover to one of my favorite books. Traveler's Guide to Flagoria, number 1. That looks weird. And then they decided to weird it up a little bit more by giving you a 10-copy action figure incentive. It's a mix of G.I. Joe and some other stuff from there. Yeah, it's G.I. Joe. So this one's new. Strangers Fanzine Publishing and Distro. They are in the Lunar Distribution Network. But Delphinium Part 1 of 2 is a 500 copy book. Diabolical number 1 is also a 500 copy book. And then this trade paperback, also a 500 copy book. So what you have here is the perfect storm. Do they make themselves rare enough automatically to warrant people to want to read them and collect them? Is there anything going on in these books? I wonder. Uncivilized is also giving you some orders due on the Lunar Network. So these are Sickness, number 1 of 16. And yeah, it looks like she's beating people to death with a rolling pin. Is she red-haired? Maybe my wife. Sickness number 1 of 16 did not show the B cover, however, but they did clearly show the C cover, which is a 10-copy incentive. There's also this 30-copy incentive, which gets a little bit weirder. And that's the end of that one. Vault is your next publisher. And Lunar Network also available on the previous network. Nasty number 3. Here's your cover A. Nasty number 3 with a cover B. Queen of Swords, a barbaric story. So here we go, everybody. This is for all you barbaric fans. Been following all the barbaric titles. Well, the Queen of Swords. Here you go. This is your cover B by Nathan Gooden. Polybagged, not safe for work. Oh, and you get 2 of those. So, Vault Undressed, as they're calling it. Polybagged variants. There's also going to be this 10-copy incentive by Sean Murphy, which is okay to be put on shelves, I guess. 25-copy incentive by Derek Robertson, which also apparently is okay to be put on shelves. The 50-copy is also clear for sale. And then there's a 100-copy incentive by Sean Murphy, which is the black and white full art variant. Are those 100-copy incentives enough to get stores to order a metric ton of the polybagged variants? Like, are they going to order 33 of each of those? And then fill in the rest? What's Not Publishing is giving us Liquid Kill number 5, cover A. And then we have the cover B. And a cover C, Maria Levette. D cover, the EZO Virgin variant. And no other incentives were shown, which caught me off guard there because I thought there was incentives going on, but not today. However, Zenescope did something. That's right, you heard me say it. I said Zenescope did something. What they did exactly, you just have to see. Cinderella versus the Queen of Hearts. Number 3 of 3. So there's your cover A, right? Here is your cover B. I think they're both falling to their death, and the fact that she's shooting at her and she's swinging the sword, and they're both going to die in like seconds. Unless they conveniently land on top of one of those, inflatables, which I don't think is going to happen. Here is your cover C, your Queen of Hearts, obviously. And then here is your cover D. Now this one, yeah, it's kind of fire. There's also this cover E, which is your 10-copy FOC variant. Grimm Fairy Tales Quarterly, Sleeping Beauty, Nightmare Queen cover A. The cover B. Your cover C. And your cover D. Alright. Gretel Dark Impulses cover A. Cover B. Cover C. And cover D. Man, that's like super broke back. She pulls it off. Grimm Fairy Tales number 73 with a cover A. Grimm Fairy Tales number 73 with a cover B. She did it for the gram. Grimm Fairy Tales 73 cover C. And then the cover D. Tentacles for my buddy. Shout out to Lucas, Comic Crusaders. Tentacles on 2 covers for you there. Okay. Then we got, oh boy, a bunch of them with eyeballs too, making it real weird. Here's the cover C by Burns. And then the cover D by Ortiz. Grimm Fairy Tales Glove Crafts. And then we're on to Keys of Cthulhu, one shot. So there's cover A, cover B, a cover C, and a cover D. And again, like, is she practicing wearing heels even though she's a swimmer? Robin Hood Annual Invasion cover A. And then here's the cover B. More tentacles for you. More tentacles. This one's the Annual Invasion cover C. And then here is the cover D. Wrapping it up for Zenescope. So did they do it for you? Boom Studios giving us Fence Redemption number 1. We got a cover A. We got a cover B. We got a cover C. This is your 10-copy incentive. This is the 25-copy incentive by Franny. And then this is the cover F unlockable variant. Ghost Lore number 1 going back for a second printing. Something is Killing the Children Pen and Ink number 1. So here you go, everybody. You wanted another variant, so this is what? This makes it like the 10th or 11th print? Something like that? Something is Killing the Children, Pen and Ink, number 1, cover B, Spot UV. There's also going to be a cover C blank. More Something is Killing the Kids for you. Dark Horse Comics. All Right Eyes number 3. Here's the cover B to go along with that one. Definitely a spider story. Blue Book number 5. Now, Blue Book number 5 also has a B cover, but they are still rolling incentive variants for this title, which is crazy at a Dark Horse book. Okay, but here's your cover C 10 copy incentive for issue number 5. Hellboy and the BPRD 1957 Fearful Symmetry number 1, because it's a one-shot. Lunar Lodge number 1. Masquerade number 6 of 8. And this cover weirded me out first time I saw it too. Basically, it's like a Barbie doll where you put all the ninjas. It's a Barbie ninja. And you put all the stuff on it. You can, make it wear a dude's face if you want. There it is. Masquerade number 6 of 6 by Torrin Clark. Oddly Pedestrian Life, Christopher Chaos. So, the Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos, number 1, also has a cover B. As you can see, it's the same thing, but one's foil. Here's your cover C. This is the cover D. This is your cover E. And the cover F. 25 copy incentive. Oh. Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos, number 1, but a cover H, and that's your FOC Jimenez variant. Savage Squad 6, number 1. Then we have Space Job, and then doing a horrible job at Spock's funeral. I mean, but this would explain how the Genesis got into the coffin and put him back to life, remember? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Wrapping up for Dark Horse. Dynamite Entertainment, giving us a Betty Page cover A. A Betty Page cover B. Betty Page with a cover C. The cover D by Mirka and Dolfo. And then the cover E, Leslie Leary Lee. Cover F is your photo variant. Cover G is your blank authentics. Cover H is your 10 copy incentive Cho original black bag variant, so you know it's going to be it's going to be Cho. But 10 copy Yoon black and white. The 15 copy Leary Virgin. The 15 copy Linsner line art. 15 copy incentive Andolfo Virgin. The 20 copy incentive Puebla Virgin. 25 copy incentive Yoon Virgin. Betty Page number 1 cover O photo black bag variant. So it's going to be another on the risque side, right? And it's not like Linsner even drew anything on her right here, right? Yeah. Thanks, Andre. I appreciate that. So, but this one's the premium metal. So if you like Linsner, you like Betty Page, and you like metal, and you like boobs, well, there you go. That one's for you. And the limited version is for the guys who want to pay half price of the metal. Cover F is your FOC Cosplay Original. And then cover S is your FOC Heart Blank Authentics. 7 copy FOC Incentive Puebla Black and White. 7 copy FOC Incentive Andolfo Black and White. 7 copy Incentive Leary Lee Black and White. 10 copy FOC Incentive Photo Virgin. 10 copy FOC Incentive Cosplay Virgin. Disney Villains Maleficent number 2. Cover A, and that is Jay Lee. Cover B is Sue Lee. Cover C is Meyer. No Lee. Cover D is Puebla. I like this one. Cover E is your Durso. Not too shabby. 10 copy incentive by Sue Lee. The 10 copy by Jay Lee. The 10 copy action figure, Prince Gavin. Oh, Prince Gavin, you are so screwed. But, whatever. 15 copy incentive by Durso, the 20 copy incentive by Puebla, and the 20 copy by Sully, and then a 25 copy incentive by Meyer. But wait, J. Lee Premium Metal, we're getting warmer. J. Lee Limited Virgin, and then we have the first of two very good ones in my opinion. The Disney Villains Maleficent number 2 cover O FOC Campbell original art variant. Cover P is your 7 copy FOC action figure version. 7 copy FOC black and white by Meyer. 7 copy black and white FOC by Puebla. 7 copy FOC black and white by Durso. 10 copy FOC incentive Campbell Virgin. The one. Purgatory Must Die number 5 with a cover A. Cover B by Linsner. The cover C by Fuso. The cover D by Saraseka. And then we've got the cover E, which is your cosplay. Cover F is your 5 copy cosplay incentive virgin. Cover G is your 10 copy Saraseka virgin. Cover H is your 10 copy incentive Fuso virgin. They did not show the cover art for the 15 copy Linsner. They did show the Turner limited virgin variant, and that was the last one they showed. So they didn't show an FOC listing for any of those Purgatory books. They may be added and may cycle back through FOC again. If not, check with your stores. IDW Entertainment giving you Godzilla There Will Be Dragons number 1 cover A, the cover B by Kirkham, that's pretty fire actually, and then the 10 copy black and white Kirkham it says, but that looks just like a virgin. This one looks like a 25 copy incentive by Dewey. Lost Years, Last Ronin, number 4. Then the cover B is going to be your Eastman and Bishop variant. They give us a placeholder for that one, of course. The cover C is by Williams. And then the cover D is your 25 copy incentive by what appears to be Tradmore. 50 copy incentive by Moore. 100 copy Virgin incentive by Moore. And then we have TMNT Usagi Yojimbo Where When number 4 with a cover A by Stan Sakai. The cover B is the Eastman placeholder. The cover C is your 10 copy incentive. And then we have a 25 copy incentive, which is your black and white Stan Sakai variant, followed by the 50 copy incentive by Peterson. It's getting wild looking, right? And then 100 copy incentive of the Eastman black and white variant shown. Just kidding. We didn't get lucky like we did last time. Image Comics giving us the almighty number 5 of 5. Ambassadors number 6 of 6, cover A. Ambassadors number 6 of 6, cover B. Scalera black and white. Ambassadors number 6, cover C, Plunkett. Blood Tree number 5. Hell to Pay number 5 of 6 with a cover A by Johnson. Hell to Pay with a cover B. Hey Kids Comics. This is the volume 3, Schlock of the New. I Hate This Place is actually, you know what, this place. That was issue number 9. In Hell We Fight number 1. And then a cover B. This is your 20 copy incentive. So, that's pretty wild. But there was no other incentives, just that one. Junk Rabbit number 3 of 5. That's pretty cool looking, right? And then here is your Junk Rabbit number 3 of 5 cover B. And then Junk Rabbit number 3 of 5 with a cover C by Scotty Young. Love Everlasting number 8 cover A. Love Everlasting number 8, cover B. Magic Order 4, number 5. You always get me on this. Magic Order 4, number 5 of 6, cover B. And the cover C, Dan Panosian. Snacks. Nocterra number 15 with a cover A. The cover B. Phantom Road number 4, cover A. And the cover B. Something Epic number 1 going for a second printing. So, yeah. Actually, I kind of like this. I just don't know if it's actually something epic inside of it. But then you have this Terminator homage, cover B. Second printing, cover B. Spawn 342, cover A, Bogdanovic. The cover B by Glapion. Star Signs number 2. Stoneheart number 4. And then the final title for Image is The Walking Dead Deluxe, number 64. And then here's the cover B, Charlie Adler, and the cover C, Stephanie Hans. DC and their final orders due for 5/14/2023. So, Dawn of DC, I guess. The Adventures of Superman, John Kent, number 4 with a cover A. And the cover B, Zoo or Zoo, cardstock. This is the cover C. This is the cover D. And then this is the 25 copy Ludo Lullaby cardstock Lullaby. I don't know if it's Lullaby or Lullaby. But this is Dark Knights of Steel, number 11 of 12, cover C. So, actually, yeah, look. They went right from Adventures of Superman to Dark Knights of Steel, and they didn't even give us the A cover. They just gave us that. Oh. Here's a 25 copy incentive, Tyler Kirkham. What's going on here? There we go. Batman number 136 with a cover A by Jorge Jimenez. Oh, this is the foil variant. That's what's going on. Then we got the cover B, Joe Quesada doing more variant covers over at DC. Now, Gabriel Dell'Otto doing a Batman cover is never too shabby. If there's something on the guts of this one, that would make this my cover choice. The Art Germ Lau cardstock variant. Lee Bermejo Flash Movie cardstock variant cover. Okay, let's take a pause on this one for a second real quick because my fellow Spec Matrix followers, this is your Speculation Matrix book of the week. So right here we have Batman 136 with a cover E by Lee Bermejo, which shows the Flash Movie cardstock variant cover. Has there been any other appearances of this Kara and a comic cover of Supergirl from the Flash movie prior to this one? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, this is her first cover. So, again, not something I'm actually chasing or looking for, but I know how a lot of people prefer to have, you know, the first appearances of characters and such, even when they're a newer version of something. She is an individual version of a character. You know, like Michael Keaton's Batman, first appearing in the Batman 89, movie adaptation. Another example. So, just throwing that one out there. We do have a 25 copy incentive to go along with you for this one. And then this is your 50 copy Art Germ foil. There we go. Dark Knights of Steel, number 11 of 12. And I guess the other one I showed you was the incentive that was mixed up in the middle of all the other ones. But here is your Ajuker Star cardstock variant cover. Then the 25 copy incentive I showed you earlier. DC Pride Through the Years number 1 one-shot. Flash number 800 cover A by Torrin Clark. And look at this where it says a celebration of Wally West. They killed off Wally for years and years and years, and now all of a sudden they care about him. It's so bad. It is so bad. But Wally, they're doing right by him, at least in the storyline. I hear they're giving him, you know, his family back and things like that. So I'm happy for it. Really am. Flash 800 has a Michael Cho cardstock variant cover, but it also has a Jeff DeCal cardstock variant. It's also got this Simone DeMeo. It's also got this David Nakayama. And then it's got this Otto Schmidt cardstock variant cover. John Boy Myers, the Flash movie cardstock variant cover. And then cover H is your Francis Manipul foil variant cover. This is your 25 copy incentive by Javier Rodriguez. This is your 1 in 50 Matt Taylor cardstock variant cover. This is your cover K blank cardstock variant. And there was no higher ratios than 25 copies, which is wild, right? And they made the foil like, I think, an open order. Very weird. But anyway, Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, number 9, cover A coming at you. The cover B by Lee Bermejo. Cover C is Christian Ward, doing peak Christian Ward. Shout out to Universe X, who, fellow Christian Ward Galactus Lifebringer fan. Cover D, 25 copy incentive. And then we've also got the Joker Uncovered number 1 one-shot cover A by Lee Bermejo. Reusing this quite popular artwork, I believe. Controversial, isn't it, when they do this, when they reuse the stuff over and over again to get you to buy it again? But you're going to buy it again, aren't you? Don't front like you're not. 25 copy incentive by Jorge Corona. Peacemaker Tries Hard, number 2, cover A by Chris Anka. Chris Anka. And then we got the cover B by Tom Riley. We got the Anka poster variant cover. And then the Ben Oliver variant. And I'm sorry, but Ben Oliver is just crushing it. Crushing it. Poison Ivy, number 13, with a cover A by Jessica Fong. Cover B, Kai Carpenter, doing a cardstock variant. And then we got Poison Ivy number 13, Frank Cho. Oh, and it's open order, everybody. And you can't tell me that this is not Red Kryptonite. But I noticed that there was people making a run on Sweeney Boo. They're making a run on Sweeney Boo probably because they saw this cover coming up on FOC, and they've been paying attention to me and seeing how I discover a lot of new talent through this method. They're trying to get out ahead. But, yeah, not bad. 25 copy incentive, though. She's a fun guy. She's fungus. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Number 122. Shazam! Number 2, cover A. Here is your Chris Samney cardstock variant. And then this is your Don Timms cardstock variant. Shazam number 2 would have Carrie Andrews, the Flash movie cardstock variant cover. This would have been better suited on the Flash 800. I'm sorry. Why on earth? I'm not even going to try to make sense of it anymore. Shazam number 2, cover E, 25 copy incentive, Steve Leiber. And then we got a Megan Huang giving us the cardstock variant cover, 50 copy incentive. Static Team Up. I'm messing this one up. Anyway, cover A, Nicholas Draper Ivy. Cover B. Cover C, Edwin Galman cardstock variant cover. Steelworks number 1, cover A. Steelworks number 1, John Bogdanov cardstock. And then here is the Sammy Basiri, or Basri. I'm sorry, Sammy Basri cardstock variant cover. And then there is the Joshua Swabby Sway DC Pride cardstock variant. And here is the 25 copy Ariel Cologne cardstock variant cover. 50 copy incentive, however. So she wears a shirt. Okie dokie. Wrapping it up for DC, everybody. There it is, Larry Joe. Larry Joe in with the heat. Amazing Spider-Man 121 Facsimile Edition. Now, normally when I go chasing for variants, I will discover the next issue. They already have 122 Facsimile planned. So plan accordingly, and if you're a comic shop, I would probably plan on matching your orders just to make sure you get the twofer, and this way you're not left holding a whole bunch of one or the other issue. If you're even going to order any at all. But there is a 122 facsimile lined up right behind this, so I wouldn't be surprised if it FOCs real soon. Amazing Spider-Man number 27. Amazing Spider number 27 with the Lucas Wernick variant. And then we've got the Disney 100. Okay. What if Mickey was the Invincible Iron Man? It's the Extremis variant. It's kind of cool. I kind of like that one. 25 copy incentive for Amazing Spider-Man number 27, though. 100 copy black and white for you to chase. It's probably going to be one of the hardest to get because, first off, it doesn't say Amazing Spider-Man anywhere on the cover, so it's going to confuse a lot of people. Being that's probably saying Amazing Spider-Man on the back cover, but not on the front, right? It's wild. All right, everybody. So we are back with another Black Panther number 1, but this time around, T'Challa is in exile. He's not allowed to be there. But we've got a bunch of variant covers going along with this one. So Elena Casagrande, Women of Marvel variant cover. The Raza. It's like, look, you have this Raza variant. Why even have any other covers? I'm scratching my head at that one. That's a head scratcher. But Black Panther number 1 also has this Scotty Young variant cover for you. And then we've got a 50 copy. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Mel. Mel, I said that there was only a 10 copy incentive and a 25 copy. There is a 50 copy incentive, but it's not really all that great. But it's a hidden gem variant. So Sanford Green doing a Howard the Duck variant. The Mr. Garcine variant. The Chris Allen Stormbreaker variant. And then here's your 10 copy incentive. And then this is your 25 copy incentive by Mateus Manhanini. And it's like, look, you had the Raza cover, should have been the cover A, and then this should have been your 25 copy incentive, and it should have been nothing else. Oh, okay, the hidden gem. And maybe a Scotty Young. But man, there's so many covers. They really, really didn't have to go that ham. Captain America Cold War Omega number 1. Captain America Cold War Omega number 1. The Rob Liefeld Holminger variant cover. That's awesome. Throwback to a classic Cap. Captain America Cold War Omega number 1 with the Laniel Francis Yu. And then the David Talaski variant cover. Captain Marvel number 50. So from my understanding, it is the final issue of the series. At least of Kelly Johnson's. Will we get more Captain Marvel in the future? Probably. This Women of Marvel variant cover, however, probably a sleeper. The Darbo variant, it's okay. The Marvel Icon variant cover for the Monica Rambeau fans, they're probably going to pick it up. It's all right. This one, however, Amanda Connor doing her thing. But the barcode's in a very bad spot on this one. They should have just put it around back. Or up in the top right-hand corner. And just kept it away from the artwork altogether. So, all right. Well, yeah. 25 copy incentive by Corey Smith. And that's going to wrap it up for Captain Marvel. Carnage, though, is going to give you a 14-issue versus Miles. But they're also going to give you the Stegman Other variant. There's also going to be this Torrin Clark Connecting variant cover. And then there's going to be this 25 copy incentive. Okay. Clobbering Time showing issue number 4 of 5 with Doom and the Thing working together, it looks like on the cover. And then Cosmic Ghost Rider number 4 has Cosmic Ghost Rider versus Cosmic Ghost Rider. They don't know how this happened, but they're going to figure it out by killing somebody. Here's the Gerardo Sandoval variant cover. And then we've got Doctor Strange number 4. Derek Chu giving us a Clea variant, but hang tight. Hang tight, everybody. Marcos Martin variant. That one's probably the classiest because shows a little bit of the Huntsman, shows a little bit of their priorness, and yeah, you know. Here is the 50 copy incentive by Derek Chu, however, to entice you to order as many as possible. Okay, so we're back to the Edge of the Spider-Verse number 1. This is a second printing Ron Lim variant cover. This is a 25 copy incentive Virgin to go along with that. The Extreme Venomverse number 3 of 5. And that was actually one of my favorite versions of Venom, was the Guardians of the Galaxy Flash Thompson Venom. That's who that is right there. Venomverse number 3 with a Momoko variant cover. And then the Stegman Venom, the other variant cover. And he said there's going to be 17 of these, so good luck catching all those. And of course, that is the Flash Thompson anti-Venom? Or is that the Eddie Brock anti-Venom? Ken Lashley symbiote variant. And that's the same book. Then we finally get a 25 copy incentive by Perillo. Groot number 1 going back for a second printing, and there is the Lee Garbett variant. And then this is your 25 copy incentive Peach Momoko Virgin. Invincible Iron Man number 5 second printing Phil Noto variant. Moon Knight number 24. And then we've got the Bagley Ultimate Last Look variant cover. And then we've got the 25 copy incentive by Greg Land. Planet of the Apes number 3. Here is the variant cover by Ben Sue. And then this is your 25 copy incentive by Alan Kwa. Rogue and Gambit number 4 of 5. And then the Javier Garron Marvel Icon variant cover. Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones number 4 of 5. The Rhino variant by Greg Land. The Annie Wu variant. That's probably the best cover so far. The 10 copy Momoko design variant. And then the 100 copy incentive by Greg Land. Copy paste. Copy pasta. Spider-Man number 8 getting a second printing Luciano Vachiko variant. Dark Genesis number 1 Spider-Man 2099 second printing variant also going back. It's saying its debut of Carnage 2099, like that's supposed to make a difference, but it might. Spider-Man India number 1 of 4. Spider-Man India number 1 of 4 with the Summit Kumar variant. And then here we have the Tom Riley Window Shades variant cover. They're still doing these things. Sneaking them in. Oh, they're still doing these things too. Todd Nauk with the Headshot variant. And the Diwali variant. And then we've also got a Ron Lim variant that they didn't show the artwork for. And then your 25 copy incentive is by Mahmoud Asrar. Star Wars number 34 with the second printing Steven Segovia variant. No incentive, thankfully. Star Wars Darth Vader number 35. Star Wars Darth Vader number 35 with a Koi Fam variant cover. Star Wars Darth Vader number 35 with a Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary variant. Star Wars Darth Vader number 35 with a Vachiko Star Wars Pride variant. And then the Star Wars Sana Star Roast number 5 of 5. Betsy Cola variant. Venom Lethal Protector 2 number 4 of 5. Venom Lethal Protector number Venom Lethal Protector 2 number 4 of 5 with Logan Lubera variant. Wolverine number 34. Wolverine number 34 with the Rob Liefeld Homager variant cover, homaging that Frank Miller artwork. And then we've got the 25 copy incentive Rod Reese variant cover. X-23 Deadly Genesis number 4 of 5. No variants. Excellent number 4 of 5. Guess what? No variants. And then we have X-Men Red number 12. And, well, we have one of the characters coming out of Sins of Sinister. 2 good things came out of Sins of Sinister. This guy right here and Rasputin. That's basically it. Other than that, I'm not a fan of the storyline at all. I thought it was just a placeholder and kind of like a plot device. But anyway, here we go. X-Men Red number 12 continues to travel down that path. And then X-Men Red number 12, giving you a David Tulaski Pride variant. And then X-Men Red number 12 with a 25 copy incentive Rian Gonzalez variant incentive cover. Wrapping up our show. So that's an hour's worth of comic books for you guys. And again, all thrill, zero shill. We're just here to make sure that you don't miss out on all the goods that come your way. So I hope you guys found your books. Make sure to get your orders in with your LCS. If your LCS don't treat you like you used to, Lucas over at Drunken Chat in the pull box can kick in like a turbo booster. And make sure you guys get these incentive variants and all these other things that you want. Just again, making sure that you don't miss out on the books that you want and have to overpay and pay the eBay tax later on, or your stores, if they are the type of store to mark up books on release day, well, at least you can try to get in and be like, hey man, I pre-ordered it, don't tax me on it. So just whatever I can do to help you guys out. All I ask for in return, subscribe to my channel, like the content, and tell your friends about me, because all the goodness happens over here. And again, I don't do comic books full-time. This is a part-time thing that I try to squeeze in between being a full-time dad, doing a gig work in the evening hours to maintain my dadness during the day, and also still trying to like keep my wife happy with me and not trying to murder me. So I don't know about best spec pick. There really didn't seem to be a whole lot of spec, if you know what I mean. But the few books that I did mention along the way, Marvel Man, you decide. Because spec is kind of like, if you're willing to throw the money at it and park it and see what rides. But in this day and age, we'll have to get a little bit closer to release day to see if there is actually any good spec on the insides, because I didn't see too much. But I appreciate you. And again, thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to tune into the show later on. Back to my slides here, right? Because the crew over at Drunken Chat is firing up, I believe, in the background. So don't forget to check out the next episode. I drop over here. And I don't know if there's going to be a Spec Matrix tonight. We'll see. We will see. But I want to thank you all for watching. See you next week. Make sure that you don't miss out, because missing out leads to FOMO.